بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. يروي الإمام مسلم في صحيحه عن زيد بن ثابت رضي الله عنه قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. The hadith tonight collection Imam Muslim narrated us by Zayd ibn Thabit رضي الله عنه, and the theme of dealing with turbulence or fitna or fitan is what I'm going to be covering over the next couple of weeks until we start talking about the Ramadan prep, which will happen probably sometime early February. Actually, we're running out of time. It's only a couple of weeks left, subhanAllah. 7 weeks, and then we'll be talking, it'll be literally be Ramadan, subhanAllah. How time flies. It'll be our 4th Ramadan, by the way, in this masjid. Imagine that, 4 Ramadans. So almost the same amount of time I spent at LMM doing Ramadans, 4 years. Anyways, this concept of fitan, turbulence, is the reason that I'm talking to you about it. And I want you to maybe even take interest in this and go and look. In all the books of hadith, you'll find that there's a chapter of fitan. And usually the context for these chapters are talking about specific aspects of Armageddon or the apocalypse or what's going to happen in the future or what happened at some point in our past, the future of the Prophet ﷺ. So these hadith become very contextual, and we lack the ability to actually learn things from them. And that was my experience with them growing up and going to university even, and learning and studying them was always very, like, this is something that I didn't get that personal effect from them. So I'm trying to maybe narrate them for you with the intention of maybe giving you a little bit of a different angle on them so that you can benefit from them. And this is what he said عليه الصلاة والسلام in this hadith. قال كنا مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال تعوذوا بالله من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن فقلنا نعوذ بالله من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن قال ثم قال تعوذوا بالله من الدجال فقلنا نعوذ بالله من الدجال. So 2 things. The first thing he said here عليه الصلاة والسلام is تعوذوا بالله من الفتن. Seek refuge, and this is the point really. Seek refuge in Allah from turbulence, from difficulties. Meaning when you are facing something that's difficult, you're facing a fitna, a musibah, a hardship, a misfortune, something that's making it difficult for you to get through your day, something that's weighing on you, a burden that you're carrying, you seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You turn to Allah. He's the one who's going to save you from this. He's the one who's going to help you deal with it. That has to be the reflex. I mean, the reflex feeling when I'm in a fitna is I turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If that's not the reflex feeling, then there's something wrong. If that's not how it's... And look how he adds to قال ما ظهر منها, the things that are apparent that people see, وما بطن, and the problems that no one sees. How many people are sitting here right now who are dealing with musibah, who's dealing with a fitna that is heavy, that is sitting on his chest, that is burdening his day, that's on his shoulders and it's on his mind, and they can't get rid of it, and it's tiring them, and it's making it hard for them to live, and they have to put on a front. How many people are like that? Allah subhanahu, the Prophet ﷺ teaches the Sahaba, you turn to Allah for that. تعوذوا بالله. Seek refuge in Allah from these problems. Right? Allah will strengthen you, will help you, will allow you to move along, will get you to the position where you're capable of getting through them. This is what we're supposed to see it as. This is the Islamic equation for it. So the Prophet ﷺ is not just talking about what's going to come later and the Sahaba problems and the Umayyads and Abbasis. No. Just fitan in general. It's going to happen. So seek refuge in Allah from them. The ones that are apparent and everyone sees. The ones that we all, what's happening in Gaza and continue to happen, that's a fitna for all of us. But we all collectively, na'udhu billahi min hadhi fitna, all together, right? But then there's a fitna that, batan, it's only you. It's hidden, no one sees it, you're on your own. Ta'awwadu billah. So you seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He is the one who will grant you that. And then he talks about the second one, ta'awwadu billahi min ad-dajjal. Now, contextually, we can spend some time talking about who this figure is, or just take the word, remove any context for it, and just listen to what he's saying. Ad-Dajjal. The word Dajjal is someone who, what is it, Dajjal? Dajjal is lies, right? It's like horrible lies. Lies, but the reason Dajjal is because Dajjal is abundant lies. It's like high quantity lies. Maybe not high quality, but high quantity. This guy is spitting out lies the whole time, very quickly. It's not 1 or 2 lies. There's a lot of lies. That's a Dajjal. That's why the Dajjalun are usually, historically, the people who sit there with the bakhur and the thing, and they tell you that you have a kitab they give you all these talas, put it under someone's, pull a hair out of the behind of a goat and put it in the milk of a sheep, and then put it together, and then if you do this, then this person will end up loving you. All the Dajjalun. Maybe they tell you, well, I'm looking at the kawakib, and they're just not lined right for you. All this, everything they're saying is a lie. Everything. They probably even the salamu alaikum at the beginning is a lie. Everything is a lie. So تعوذوا بالله من الدجال. Seek refuge in Allah from people like that. Seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the one who lies. Lies to the point where you stop being able to figure out what is truthful and what is not. Seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the lying that will become so abundant that you won't be able to fish out the truth from it all. So yes, there's a context to who is a Dajjal, and I accept that for sure, and it's important. But sometimes just listen to what he's saying, alayhi salatu wasalam, and learn from the linguistics of what he's explaining, because there's always a lesson there from him, alayhi salatu wasalam. He is the most articulate of all. So yes, there's a specific person, and there's a story that will happen later on during the time of Isa. Yes, fine. Most of us memorize this as kids. I don't. But just the word, Dajjal, the one that will come and lie to you, will lie to you so much that you start believing it. And you lose sense of reality, and you lose sense of truth. You start slowly deviating away because you're believing all these lies that are being spat at you, and you're just lacking the ability to filter through them. Seek refuge in Allah from that, because no one can protect you from that except from Allah, than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one. And you see this in life. You'll run into people. They've learned so many lies, and they've accepted so many lies, there's nothing you can do for them. And you run into someone that they're so lost that it's like they can't even hear you. It's like you're calling upon them, and they're in a different, they can't hear it, because it's just their ears are cluttered with all the lies that they've accepted in their lives. And it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing to think that we are subject to that as well. So, as the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام said, تعوذوا بالله من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن. تعوذوا بالله من الدجال. Say as he commanded عليه الصلاة والسلام. يروي الإمام مسلم في صحيحه عن زيد بن ثابت رضي الله عنه قال: كنا جلوسا مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال: تعوذوا بالله من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن. فقلنا: نعوذ بالله من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن. ثم قال: تعوذوا بالله من الدجال. فقلنا: نعوذ بالله من الدجال. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحانك وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك، وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه. جزاكم الله